All right. Let's see here. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How we doing tonight? Just got out of church, and we had to hit up the old Fazoli's. So we're in the danger zone with that. Got a whatever noodle, it's like penne or whatever type of penne with sausage with some type of like fiery Cajun sauce. It was just, it's what dreams are made out of. So killed some of that, and we are here now. So what's going on, guys? Turn off the notifications dinging here. All right. Pro Charge Mopar, what's going on, sir? Fair winds. Well, hello there. How we doing? I saw you went live earlier today, but I was busy, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch that either later tonight or tomorrow. So, yeah, man, glad to have you here. Chris James, what's going on? The cookie. Sup? Oh, great one. Oh dear. Sean, hello Daniel, hello everyone, howdy. Tony, what's going on? Twisted Mutter, all right. Hey, just wanted to say hi for the first time watching, and I go for orientation February 9th for Synergy. Twisted Mutter, awesome. Congratulations, and be safe out on the road. That's awesome. If I can help, let me know. Send me an email. You can put a little phone call on my website. You can do like a free phone consultation if you want to talk on the phone. It's just to plan a time to talk on the phone, and I'll help out any way I can. Fair Winds. Also, Fair Winds and Following Seas. He's another good guy who can help you with stuff too. It's okay. We just talked about you a lot. Oh dear. Well, I'm sure it was all lies, but I don't know. Johnny, what's going on? Just had to smash some Fazoli's on the way home from church, and yeah, man, we are living the dream here. I've got the largest cup of water possible. I got this Coca-Cola cup from it was a Mexican restaurant here in town, and I asked him, I was like, man, I love big glasses so I can just fill up on what, like, just chug it. I was like, could I buy one of these things? I've always loved the red colored, Coke cups. And the guy looked at me, he was just like, you want to buy a cup? And I was like, yeah, if possible. And he's like, oh, okay. So he went back and he came back and he's like, just take it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm loving the big glass of water. Oh man. All right. Let's see. Richard, what's going on? Good evening. Ken, how we doing? Twisted, thanks, really appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Again, anybody who's watching for the first time, or if you've never even written down in the chat or even interacted or whatever, if you want to, just go to my website, do the phone consultation thing, and we'll find a time this week to chat on the phone. It doesn't have to be specifically about RE transport. Maybe it would be better if it was, but whatever. If you want to talk about anything, if I'm available, then I'm down to talk. But yeah, the schedule does stack up pretty quick, but would love to be help if I can. Let's see. Nature Up Photos, what's going on? Hello from me and Todd. What's going on, guys? Weekly Sunday night date eating at the Chili's parking lot with Daniel live. Man, I need to meet you at the Chili's. I don't know what my problem is. I went over to Zoli's tonight, but I need to meet you at the Chili's, and then we'll have the live. I'm telling you, I'm down for some Chili's any day. Oh man, Chris James, I'll say this is different. Most Sunday nights, I'm up in Elkhart chatting. However, I'm home for a change. Very good, Chris. You got to get home. You got to, change up the routine sometimes. So very good. Yeah, probably different for you though. Brian, what's going on? Hey, Daniel, saw you were down in London, close to my neck of the woods. Went out for orientation with Bennett earlier in the week. Made my first delivery Friday. Very good. Awesome, Brian. Good job. You made it there safely. Glad to hear that. Very cool. Awesome. Fair winds. Well, hey, going to meet up with a subscriber. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night, fair winds. Oh, man. And, guys, if you have not already subscribed to Fair Winds, go ahead and check him out. He's got great content, RV transport stuff as well. So, yeah. Richard Lewis, if you get a chance, there's a new app in beta testing. It is called Clubhouse. It is a room that all can talk in. Well, very cool, Richard. I'll check that out and see what that's about. Craig, how are you doing with your dump trailer? Hey, Craig, great question. I don't know how many people are interested in it. Right now is the basically bottom of the barrel dead time for operating a dumpster rental business. So right now I'm just kind of getting my ducks in a row, all the legal stuff, all of the insurance stuff, bank account stuff. I'm doing all of those things right now. And I have been for some time. It's just taking time because it's a new territory for me. I don't want to do anything quickly and, make a rash decision. And so I've been taking my sweet time and just kind of plotting for when things start ramping up, and hopefully I get more and more business going into, spring, whenever that does happen. Feels like it's never going to end right now, but winter. But yeah, so I have been able to do a little bit of business, but just friends and family at the moment. I've got some other things kind of cooking, but at some point I will be sharing with you guys my other channel. If anybody actually is interested in my other YouTube channel, my side hustle or whatever, as somebody might call it. Let's see here. Chris James, unfortunately, have to replace my rear glass tomorrow. Oh no! Was planning on running hard this week before my birthday dinner with the fam. Oh man! Dare I ask? Did you take a fifth wheel hitch to the back window, or a rock hit it or something? Man, that's too bad. Tim Freeman, what's going on? Glad to have you. Devil Dog, heading to orientation February 2nd to 3rd. Synergy had a choice between Horizon or Synergy. What contacted me within hours of submitting an application. Very cool. That's awesome. Devil Dog, let me know. I'm curious how they do orientation. If you feel like they were actually a help to you, learning what you need to really know out on the road. If you wouldn't mind sending me an email or even just a phone call, whatever. I'm just curious if, and I say this all the time, but I'm just curious if you feel prepared afterwards, or do you feel like you just got thrown to the wolves? So I'm just curious about that. Let me know if you wouldn't mind. I'm just curious myself. Where are we at? Chris James, if you're willing to haul gravel with the dump trailer, then I'm interested in renting from you. Chris, I definitely can. It does have a spreader gate on it, so I could do that. I don't know how far away you are. If you want to, if you live in Indiana, let me know. I guess maybe fairly far away. But yeah, that'd be neat to do. That'd be be a good starting point doing that. So, hey, don't tempt us. We will totally drive up there and take you and Kara to Chili's, but we're eating in the car. Okay. Oh man, that would be awesome. That'd be real cool. Oh man. someday we'll do it. We'll do it someday. Daniel, what's going on? Hey Daniel, my name is Daniel also. Thanks for being willing to teach others how to make a living. Quick question. Is this RV transportation works for Canada too? Thank you. So I don't know too much about it. If you're asking, can a Canadian driver drive RV transportation, have a job in the U.S. and haul around the U.S.? I think the answer is yes. If somebody knows definitively, please let me know. But I'm not entirely sure about that. But I would assume so. If you have your passport and you're able to make that happen, I think so. I would just assume that if it was like right now, they're desperate for drivers because our season is about to kick in, or so they say. But if it was like a really lean time, they might not be as willing to have, depending on the company. If they're not in need of a driver of drivers as much at a low point, maybe they would say, maybe not now. So that's just a thought. I wish I knew definitively, but if anybody does know that question, let them know. Sorry. Randy, what's going on, man? Good evening, Daniel. Hope all is well. I texted you the other day. You didn't text back with me. You must have been busy. Yes. I must have. I don't even remember getting it. I will check my phone, and I will get back with you tonight. Sorry about that. Let's see. Craig has your wife went you on the road. Craig, back in the day when we were just dating, I think we did like a day trip where we went out from Lafayette and then delivered and came back. But we've never done like an overnight delivery or anything. So yeah, we are actually planning on. I'll just share this. Originally, our wedding was going to be on the 30th, so in 6 days or something, and so we scheduled our honeymoon for the 31st through the 7th. So she's got that time off. So we are planning on going down to Florida. Whether I can find a load going down there or not, I'm really not holding my breath. We'll see what happens. But really hoping for a load, which it was not just my idea trying to force a load to make it happen during the during the honeymoon. She brought it up and said that would be great if we could get a load going down there. And I thought, well, let's talk about it. If we can, essentially pay for the hotel and maybe some food throughout the week, man, that'd be great. So we'll see. It might blow up in our face, and we might have to pay all that money to just go down in a one of our other vehicles. But we'll see. Definitely wouldn't if I don't have a load. I'm definitely not taking my truck down there. So let's see. I'm definitely behind. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see. Kevin Parker, what's going on? Glad to have you. Donnie, hey guys, hope all is well. Chris James, short bed and fifth wheel met due to hole in parking lot at a truck stop. Oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry. That stinks. Ouch. Devil Dog will do. Okay, yeah, let me know, man. Kenneth, I need to go with Verizon because they're the only company that has a yard in the West Coast area. Synergy does as well, but I got to tell you, it sounds as if Verizon has more backhaul freight, as they call it, out west there, kind of doing a loop on the west coast there. So if I were you, I would probably look into Verizon, to be honest. If you're out there, Synergy does have some stuff. When I look on the backhaul board, there's probably 5 to 15 at any time. but I would assume those get eaten up pretty quickly. I don't know for sure. So yeah, I would assume Horizon's got more action going on. Tic-tac-toe, I need to start writing down these questions, think about during the week to ask, and I don't remember them when you're on. Oh, man. Yeah, do what you can, man. I understand that. I forget stuff, too. It is what it is. Fuzzy, what's going on? I signed up with Synergy as a broker. I did my rotation in late October. I feel they've done a great job preparing me. Okay, Fuzzy, thank you for that feedback. That's awesome. Let's see here. Donnie will be doing drug test in the AM, then orientation Tuesday morning. Yeah, Donnie, I remember you saying that. I think you were the same person who had mentioned that. Because you've got your CDL, right? That they require you to do a drug test before, so that you get the results on the day that you would be dispatched. Is that right, Donnie? I think I remember you saying something like that. Or maybe I'm crazy. Or both. Tim, what's going on? Get the like. Yep, appreciate it. Pro Charge Mopar, there's a new channel with a Canadian father and son hauling back across the border. Okay, gotcha. See, Kenneth, Verizon says that since a 450, I have to get a CDL Class A before they can let me be on board. Kenneth, I guess that makes sense because a 450 is going to have a much larger GVWR, or maybe it's just a certain class of. If you're above a 1 ton, maybe that's just considered a commercial vehicle or something. But yeah, your trailer weight, if you were to do singles, it would have to be so low because I'm assuming your 450 has got to have just a much higher GVWR. So yeah, I understand that. Chris, I know Team RV Express was looking for Canada drivers not too long ago. Very good, Chris. Daniel, my question was, is they have loads for Canada? I do not want to work in U.S. You guys have enough drivers there. Daniel, sorry about, yeah, thank you for clarifying that. I'll just say this, at Synergy, I have definitely seen Canada runs. Usually it's more in the summertime, but not too many. Now, maybe there's some other companies that have some really good ins with other with Canada dealerships and stuff like that. I would just kind of ask around and just say, what kind of a response do you usually get, or what would find the company with the best response to, do you have loads going to Canada? So yeah, Synergy definitely has them, but they're not, stacked on each other for a mile long down the list. They're just not. Just being honest with you. Magno, what's going on my way to Goshen? Got a load to bring back home, North Carolina. Very cool. Very good. Awesome. Donnie, yep, that's right. Yes, sir. Okay, yes, you were okay. Very cool. Yeah, let us know how it goes, man. Awesome. Ohioan, what's going on? Hey, y'all. Just jumping in now. We'll get will you give a rates update? Thanks. Yeah, so great question. Let me drink some water real fast. Oh man. So a rates update for pay. So right now, what I'm seeing on the Synergy load board, again, I hear things from other drivers. It's not that often. I can tell you what I see when I already have a load. I'll just pop on there just to get a feel for what the load board is throughout pretty much every day. For me myself, I just want to know the pulse of where, how many I can't speak. Are they, flying them out there? Are we building up longer lists before they get, shrunk down? So anyways, when it comes down to the actual pay rate, I'm still seeing $60s. I'm still seeing $80s. I'm still seeing Very few higher than that because loads are not becoming old or hot as often because there's less trailers overall, so they're being eaten up quicker. So there's less of a demand to raise the price up even higher, throwing more money at it to get somebody enticed enough to take it. But I'm also seeing, which I've got some questions for Synergy as well, but I'm also seeing there are ones at the $1.27 range, which is 1 penny off of what the old I'm sorry, let me say this the right way so I don't confuse anybody. Before the 40 cent incentive started, there was 8 cents that they lowered our pay per mile because fuel had dropped at that time towards the beginning of the year. And before that 8-cent drop, the highest pay, or I should say this better. A normal load that's non-CDL, that's not hot or old, just a regular bare bones, regular trailer going west or east, which is the higher regional direction. South is less money. It was $1.28. Right now, I'm seeing a few of them, and it's not all of the trailers. It's a little strange. I'm seeing some of those trailers at $1.27. My understanding is I asked about that, and I still have more questions. I asked about that, and they said that they broke up a multi-haul that was actually 2 of them because there are shorter ones, and they split it up. So I guess the multi-haul would have made, 250 252 if I can count, but instead they broke that up to make it a single, but that now made it $1.27 or 254, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. So there are ones that as low as $1.27 that I've seen. Maybe they're even lower. I haven't seen, but there were some ones in the $1.40 still going south with the 40-cent incentive still there. So we're starting to see a mixture. I don't know if that means that the incentive is slowly going away and they're transitioning, or if that's simply because all of those ones that were at lower pay rates were just multi-haul that were broken up, and whatever it happened to be when they broke it off, that's what it was, a much lower rate. So that's all I know. I will continue to ask and share whatever I know. But it just feels like I'm just waiting for the ball to drop. I'm waiting for the rug to be pulled out from underneath us. That's the pessimist in me, I guess, saying that. I don't know. Hope for the best, but things happen. So that's all I got for you. Let's see. Randy, I'll get with you tomorrow. My text was about Sean and his new rig. He's making killer money. He said, yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, he got that haul and tow load, I think. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll talk with you tomorrow, man. Sean, how do you feel about hauling this week? Then incoming severe weather hitting the Midwest in southern states. I have one load going to basically Joplin, Missouri. I've got one load, and then I've got other things I've got to take care of at home this week. I may take a second load, maybe not. Just got to be safe about it. That's all there is to it. My dad, my dad's done a lot of things in his life, but one of the main things he's done for years and years and years was that he was a assurance adjuster. He did the medical side for medical injuries, and then he also has done the actual automobile, side of it for getting estimates and all that stuff. And I've grown up with lots of different sayings and things that he said, about being safe on the road. Don't buy a motorcycle, or, I'll kill you before you get on the motorcycle to get yourself killed. Lots of different things. And he's always just said, if you were to be in an accident, it's not a matter of, well, you were safe, but things just happened, or a lot of excuses that he's heard from people, from thousands of customers or whatever. He always has said the fact that you were in an accident is proof that you were driving in unsafe road conditions, whether you thought you were in control or not. So for someone to be out on the road when it is dangerous, when the road is, out of control, something's, black ice, the wind, crazy snow, it doesn't matter. If something were to happen, you were the negligent one for being out there in the first place. You should not have been out there. That's proof enough. And a lot of people struggle with that because, no, I was safe. I was doing everything right. Well, if you were doing everything right, you would not have been in an accident if you had taken yourself off the road. So anyways, I just always hear that in the back of my mind. I'm just like, if I feel unsafe, I should have probably been off the road a while back ago. I mean, that's just all there is to it. So I'll be taking it safe out on the road, going through there. Hope everybody else does as well. It's just not worth it. We get paid by the mile. We lose time. Time is money, potential money. But if it's risking your life or your policy or anything else that's much less than your actual life, it's just not worth it. So definitely with you there. Randy, per mile. Okay, yeah, per mile. What's going on? I'm starting road transport and I have a gas motor in my truck. Can you give me your opinions on the pros and cons of a gas motor, if there is any? Thanks for your time. So I don't have a gas truck myself. I have a diesel. I would just say that a gas motor I believe gas motors run a little hotter. My understanding is they're not going to last as long. I have heard if you have meticulous maintenance, you'll probably be able to get a lot more life out of it than just somebody putting around town, after years and years and years. Highway miles are going to be less of a burden on the truck, on the engine, than city miles. So that's good. That's in your favor. Having a gas motor, you'll go through a lot more gas than diesel with your probably lower fuel economy. I would just be very aware if you're planning on running that thing until it's in the ground. I would just start building up a maintenance, a catastrophic fund as soon as possible, because things happen. And now maybe it's a lot cheaper to just buy a brand new gas motor. But man, and I would just say this, idling at night in a gas engine versus a diesel engine. I'm no, official mechanic or anything at all like that. But a gasoline engine idling at lower RPMs like that, I would just be very concerned. Maybe you're not planning on idling at night. That's probably that would be one of the best things for you. If you can survive the heat and the cold, getting a hotel, that's going to eat away at your profit quite a bit. But man, idling your truck at night may be one of the things that really, really messes with you, because it's not just the miles we put on our oil, on our filters. It's the hours that it's running. And so I would assume the damage or the longevity, whatever you want to call it, of a gasoline engine is really more dependent upon those idling hours. Your fuel, your filter, not going through clogging up your your oil filter, and those things a lot probably sooner. My understanding is gasoline engines are going to need to be replaced quicker. The oil is going to need to be replaced much sooner than a diesel. I've got evidence from Blackstone Oil Analysis that my oil, they're advising me, which it's insane, based on all of my numbers, and I've done multiple different things. I've got a playlist of all my oil videos. Every single time I've done it, when I've done it at 15,000 miles, they say try 18. When I've done it at like 22,000 miles for one oil change, they've said try 25. And one time, I did like 32,000 or something crazy like that, and they suggested to go to 35 because all of the numbers and everything was still in spec, besides like the viscosity of how sticky it actually is, to help lubricate all that stuff. That was the only downfall. Apparently after 30,000 plus miles, the Lucas started breaking down, or something did, that I put in there. So all that to say, just be very careful. Make sure you stay on your maintenance. Make sure to listen for any sounds on the engine that's going on, and all your filters. Just be ridiculous with it. Help that life of that gas engine go as long as it can. Daniel, okay, thank you, Daniel. Chris James, for all your feedback. Awesome. Chris James, the past 4 times I was in the office picking up my. There's a Canadian driver there as well. Want to say it was originally based out of Canada. Okay, good deal. Awesome. So we do have drivers. I hauled a 17-foot travel trailer last week. It was $1.30. Gotcha. And that's going south. So, okay, gotcha. TJ, prices always drop and come back up. Yep. How do you feel about the industry this season? TJ, great question. I feel that we're still going to have our regular boom. At the end of January, things are just going to launch all the way to July, pending that our president doesn't shut the whole country down. We'll see what happens. If he does that, then it'll be a wash. It ain't going to be pretty, as it was last year. But I think that with the influx of all these new drivers who came for the incentive, I think there's going to be, as loads pick up, as these fuel prices continue, I believe that they're only going to continue to rise. That's my belief. Transport companies are going to have to decide, and this kind of plays into the whole industry, what I'm thinking. Transport companies, or supposedly the manufacturers, are going to have to decide. We have more and more people available to drive and deliver these trailers now. The demand is so high. There's places that still haven't gotten trailers in who knows how long. Dealerships. And I've talked to a few dealerships when I've dropped off trailers. They're like, "Yeah, we're hurting. We're selling them like, nobody's business, but we're hurting for them so bad. Anything we can get, we'll take." So I think there's going to be a tipping point where we have all of these brand new drivers. The supply of trailers to be delivered is going to peak this season sometime. The supply of drivers it's got to be ridiculous. I don't know any numbers. I'm just assuming based on people and just the feel of the industry, seeing people around town, hearing of more and more drivers getting hired on, just a lot of these small factors, which I can't really, put into a facts sheet. But I believe if I say this right, the supply of trailers, the demand of the drivers, whatever, are both going to be so high. They're going to basically, even each other out to a certain point, that the manufacturers or our transport companies are going to say, great. Now that we're not desperate for more and more drivers, we're actually meeting our quotas, meeting our time schedules. We're not, late on deliveries. We don't have any of those issues now because we've got so many drivers. Now we're going to lower our rates because we're not as desperate. And we can play chicken like that because we've got all the drivers in the whole wide world here. And so when that happens, I believe there's always an exodus. There's always people saying every 6 months, January and July, there's always somebody on the Facebook groups, many people saying, this is dumb. You guys are idiots. You can't make any money in this industry. When, and boo-boo. And they just run away, take their toy and go home. And or other reasons as well, but I hear that one the most. And so I believe that there's going to be the biggest, people who came for the incentive, probably the majority of those folks. Maybe some other people who they're just along for the ride and they're like, oh dear, it just dropped significantly. Almost making $2 a mile, $1.80 and some change, maybe down to $1.08, $1.07 was a south load for me right before all this stuff happened. Before the incentive, we had a pay decrease. Now fuel prices are up, so maybe it won't drop as much. But I just got to tell you, when there's enough drivers to meet the demand, or more drivers, which I think we're skyrocketing. There's just so many new drivers. And when we blow past that, and when the manufacturers see that, when transportation companies see that, they're going to say, man, we were worried about that not meeting the demand. Now we don't have to worry about anything. Let's drop the prices for our pay. And that's, the handwriting will be on the wall. So that is my thought. Hang tight and know how to manage your business like a business, and operate, without temporary things, being dangled in front of you, is my thought, like an incentive. So let's see here. ProChart, Daniel, check out Stephen Hoffman's channel. A couple Canadians. Son is brand new and started a channel. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Stephen Hoffman. Okay, I will try to remember that. Stephen. Kenneth, Daniel, gas prices are about to explode upward. Yep. What do you think about what happened to the rates if that happens? So kind of piggybacking off of what I just said, as prices do blow up, I think to a certain degree, I think we'll maintain this incentive until kind of the dust settles to really see this new season, because the whole industry is so behind, with hundreds or I guess thousands of dealerships across the country, and Canada, I guess. I believe it's going to take a little time for the dust to settle. So in the meantime, we're not going to have I don't believe we're going to have even higher pay rates, because there's so many new drivers constantly growing right now. Excuse me. I believe that our prices will remain the same for some time right now, until they see, okay, we've got more than enough drivers. Even if the price of fuel does go up, I don't believe for a second they're going to raise it even more. Plus the incentive. I think they're going to say, you're getting paid enough. We just need to find out how many, have we got enough drivers to last through this season can we make it through July? With enough drivers right now, if we can, start slicing and dicing. So with the higher fuel prices, I would just say it would be maybe slightly less of a decrease. it won't be as sharp of a cut. Going down to a lower pay rate, they might just say, "Yeah, fuel prices have gone up significantly, so we're not going to cut it as much. We will take the incentive away, but maybe we'll keep it a little higher than it was before." That's my best guess. So that's my thought. Transport Bandits, what's going on? Hey, Daniel, we're watching you from our reset in the Dales, Oregon, waiting on a backhaul east. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Glad to have you guys here. Very cool. Chris James, I think y'all are following me. Oh, watch out. We may be stalking you. Very cool. Oh, dear. I'm way behind. Oh, my. Oh, dear. Gotta catch up here. Haha, if you're 6-0, cheap. Ever watch Sloppy Mechanics? Just do a swap every 1,000. There you go. There you go. I talked to Daniel before we started in RV transport. Do you keep a maintenance log? Roy, yes. Something I do need to make a video on. Synergy requires every 3 months, every quarter, for us to turn in a maintenance record. So that would include tire changes, oil changes, air filters, things being lubed up, brake lines bled, any number of those things. So that's definitely something we have to do. They're not too strict about it. You could fill it out and just guess. They just need to have something to be able to show that their fleet of drivers are actually maintaining their trucks, not just the one time they get their truck inspected at the annual DOT inspection for the truck. So usually this last year I haven't had that many things I've had to do because I haven't been driving that much for pandemic reasons and life reasons. But so we do have to keep a maintenance log, and we turn that in on the 15th of January, April, July, and October, whatever, I think, something like that. That's what we do at Synergy. Chris may start making videos soon. You never know. There you go. There you go. The Cookie, hey brother, keep the faith. Hope you're doing well. Awesome, man. Have a good one. See ya. Let's see here. Transport Bandits. We're having a great time. Thanks to all HighMileageHelper's info. Thanks to all of you for such informative questions. Yeah, awesome. And the thing is, these live chats or live whatever streams, there's some really solid questions. I've got a whole bunch of video ideas that I've gotten from you guys on these live videos. So keep them coming and getting people help. It's great. Go ahead, skin that smoke wagon and see what happens. Made one trip and the incentive pay dropped. However, I've delivered to OKC 4 times already and headed back Tuesday. Been to Tennessee 4 times already now. 2 times this week alone. Very cool, Chris. Awesome. Justin, hello. Love your videos. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Hope it's a help to you, and hopefully it's informative. Chris James, I agree. Guy who hired on with me quit a few weeks ago, said he wasn't making any money with all the deadheading. Man, I gotta tell you, I don't get it, and I'm just gonna go on for a little ramble here, and you tell me if I'm crazy or not. I don't know. It's very strange to me. People, and maybe I'm just a sucker. I don't know. I don't think so, but we're paid one way. We're paid for our loaded miles. We're not paid for our empty miles. Unfortunately, there's not that many backhauls. It is what it is. You can find a company maybe has more. Maybe they have different types of freight. I've heard of Bennett Transport. They haul all sorts of different things. But if you do that, if you do anything else besides campers, you've got to have an ELD, actual device. So I'll just say this. When I do all of my numbers, when I do my planning, when I look at a load, anything, looking at this as a business, I include all of my unloaded miles when I do all of the money. When I look at all of the expenses, all of that, I put that all together. I put the loaded miles, the MPG I'm going to get for that, the amount of miles that is, how much money that's going to cost in fuel, plus the unloaded miles when I'm empty. When I'm not hauling something, I'm getting better MPG. Whatever that costs for the gallons, I put all of that into expenses, and I see what I'm still making. Someone who says you can't make any money in this business because of empty loaded miles, to a certain degree, I get it. That's wear and tear on your truck. That's diesel, I guess you're not getting paid for, but you just got essentially, if you are driving a big rig and you were paid every loaded mile, that would be let's say $1.20, which is one of our pay rate, has been in one of our pay rates. That'd be 60 cents a mile, loaded and unloaded. If it really means that much to somebody, I'm not getting paid for my empty miles, we'll split the loaded miles, that pay, and then go off of that per mile, your total miles. I don't understand. I've made money for almost 5 years. I'm in a home because of this job. I afforded an engagement ring. I just don't know what to say. This house is made out of cardboard. It's not a mansion by any means. I just don't understand folks who say you can't make any money with all the deadheading. I've made money every year. The first year probably I didn't, with my Ford blowing up. I know for sure I went negative on my taxes on that. That was a tragedy. But every year since then, I've made more and more, or I've been more efficient with my business, and therefore, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, and I'll just say this: the few people that I've seen try to explain themselves when they have said, "You can't make any money in this business," blah 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 blah. Their reasoning was is about as shallow as possible. I don't know. I'm going to shut up for now. I just do not understand. Like, if so many people, if you can't make any money, which again, making money to me, the number in my head might be different than you. If you have a different lifestyle, if you're used to $100,000 lifestyle, but you're only driving enough to make 50 because you want to be home, and you say, well, I can't make any money because of the deadhead. I'm not loaded every mile. Well, of course, you need to be out on the road more if you want to make that much money. I don't need to make that much money. I'm trying to survive on as little as possible and be home as much. And even when I was out on the road all the time, I was paying off stupid amounts of debt. I was buying tools. I was building my business. So anyways, I'm going to hush. That's stressing me out. So yeah, I don't understand folks who say that. You know how to run a business, and you should find a 9-to-5 job with an employer, because you don't exactly know what you're doing. Oh my, I'm really far behind. Oh dear. Daydream. Hey guys, what's going on? Awesome. Sean, deaf in the bottle or at the pump? Sean, I don't have deaf. I have a 12, so I don't have to fiddle with that at all. I've only heard horror stories of in the bottle. I've only heard positive things at the pump because, in theory, it gets used up much quicker for big rigs and in our smaller trucks. And so the idea would be that it's going to be more fresh than any bottle would be. So that's my thought on that. I'm not a deaf guy. Maybe there's somebody else who can talk on that. Kenneth, does having a CDL give me any advantages at all? Yes, Kenneth. You right off the top, you are going to be in a smaller pool of drivers. So at this angle, a smaller pool of drivers mean of drivers who have a CDL. I don't. And so you would be in a group of smaller, a smaller group of people who have potentially, if let's say there's 50 non-CDL and there's 50 CDL loads, I can on the load board at one time, 50-50. You could take a non-CDL. I could take a non-CDL. I can't take your CDL. So almost guaranteed the first 50 non-CDL loads are going to go boom, right off. It's going to be a lot harder to have the 50 CDL loads go because there's not as many CDL drivers simply. So there's that aspect of it. Then at Synergy at least, there's at least a 10-cent increase in pay per mile having a CDL, having a CDLA. So not only are you in a smaller group of people who could even take these larger, heavier loads, you're going to be paid more money per mile. And okay, Miss Bella is here. She has arrived for everyone who is just desperately waiting to see her. But Bella, hey baby. So hi. Want to say hi? Come here. Come here, baby. Come on up. Nope. She ain't doing it. Besides the 10-cent not an incentive, it's just a higher pay rate. Besides the 10 cents, generally, if they can't get those pushed out soon enough, almost on a regular basis, there's always some type of old or hot load that is a CDL that gives you a much higher chance of getting even higher pay. Much more than 10 cents, maybe 15, 20, who knows, depending on how desperate they are. So that gives you a great advantage. You're in a smaller pool, higher money. Just some cons, just to throw it out there: more wear and tear on your tires, more putting a larger load on your truck. Just some of those things, probably less fuel economy. Those got to factor in. You're getting paid more money per mile, but it's a heavier load. Depending on how heavy and what direction you're going, you could maybe not be making. Maybe it wouldn't be worth it. That's a possibility. It really could be. You're going a direction or someplace or whatever with an absolute monster fifth wheel. Maybe the extra money per mile, if you did the hard numbers and really work through it, maybe it's not as profitable as you might think. Just throwing that out there. Let's see. Ben, what's going on? Just wanted to say hey, hi. I'm still around. Glad to have you, man. Glad to catch in here. Yeah, it's been a while. Justin, would you recommend someone get into the industry? Timing wise, I would say sometime in February, probably, if things go like they normally go this time of year, every year. End of January, things start picking up, and then it just really starts going into February, and then it's just full steam ahead until July, like always, where there's a shutdown, and then from end of July, there's a full steam ahead again till December. So the year's kind of split up 50-50 in that way. So yeah. Just sent you my driver info in an email. Been home with COVID. Oh man, for over a week now. Can't wait to get back. Road just got cleared by the health department to no longer quarantined. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're getting back on the road and you're good to go. But thank you for sending that to me. I really do appreciate that, and it will help my wife and I. So thank you so much. Transport Bandits, we just started this month. We're making great money. Just watch expenses and don't be picky where you're going and get that auxiliary fuel tank. Booyah! Yes, very good, very good. Weekend trucking, amen. I don't know what you're amening to, but I'm with you. Booyah. Pro charge, on my way back home from Gatlinburg yesterday, rolling 74 mile an hour. Not too much extra expense and not near as hard on the truck either. Slow down to 64 and I get almost 25. Wow. Deleted truck though. Gotcha. Yeah, man, the return home trip, even though you're empty, it's you're not paying the same amount of fuel to go home empty. I mean, yes, you're not getting paid, but it's not that huge of a jab. It's pennies on the dollar compared to being loaded. Work that into your budget. Work that into how you break down a load. That's how it is. Let's see. That's what I have. I've been told. You gotta get for sure. Good evening, Daniel and everyone. White Barn Farms. What's going on? Howdy. Let's see here. Have to know. Oh dear. Where am I at? We're way up here. What do I say? Oh my, I'm really far behind. I'm so sorry. Wow. Highway Bound. I'm finally home to be on a live stream. Awesome. Thank you for everything you do. I started a channel for Drive Away. Wow, very cool. To help fight the stigma that there's no money in this industry. It's very frustrating. Oh man, Highway Bound. I'm definitely with you. I would love to try to help if I can. Anybody who's doing who's doing a YouTube channel, I would love to help any way I can. I'm no expert. I mentioned to somebody in a comment, they asked what software I use for my editing stuff. I use iMovie. I've used it for over a year and a half now, something like that, whenever I started doing how-to videos. I'm no expert. I'm still terrible. If you watch some of my videos, some of my older videos, they're even worse. The way I edit, and there's so many times where I got 3 ideas and I try to say it at the same time, just like I do here on the live stream. And I know people don't want to hear me just, vomit. And so I edit stuff out, and I'm all over the place. It's very difficult. I'm very uncomfortable on camera. I feel a little bit more better about it with on this live stream, but I don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't want to be messing around. I really do want to be a help if I can. So yeah, starting a channel, editing stuff. It's been a very real struggle for me. But yeah, if I can help, I'd love to help you with anything I do know. Highway Bound, if you want to send me a message or talk on the phone sometime, I'll definitely have to write your name down and get with you and try to help if I can. Same goes with anybody else. Transport Bandits, Weekend Drinking High. Keep those beautiful pics from the road. Yes. Chris James, I agree. Transport Bandits. I've about paid up for half the bills I have for next month. Also eat out a decent amount. Still making plenty of money. There you go. Johnny King with auxiliary tank. Fuel cleared about 1K off the load I took back. Gotcha. For all your videos on the motorized. Very cool. Will do. I saw you all are in Dallas. I just left there yesterday. Gotcha. Do you make more net with Deadhead or on longer trips or shorter trips? I'm new, and in my mind, if the pay rate is the same, I would do same net as long as you have the loads. What is your thoughts? Great question. So let me just double check. I'm actually reading that. I said great question, but I just want to make sure I'm going to answer the right question here. net with deadhead on longer trips or shorter trips. So one thing that's always consistent in this industry is going to be, it's a small fee, but it does matter. Your pullout fee. Every company has a pullout fee where they charge you. You don't actually pay anything, but you see it on the sheet that you would have made this if they didn't charge you this fee. It's called a pullout fee. At Synergy, they charge $35. Some places it's down to 25. Some places I've heard up to like 55. I don't know why this or that, or they just pick a number out of the sky, whatever. What that essentially pays for is the drivers who pick up the trailers from the manufacturer lots and bring those trailers to your transportation lot and parks the trailer where it's supposed to be, wherever that mystical place is. And then they write down, lot 4, row 2, lot 1, whatever, whatever it's supposed to be. And then that gets turned into the office, and then you're able to then know exactly where you're going. So that pays those drivers for their time, their truck, their whatever, to be able to do that. So if you're going purely off of a longer versus shorter run, to break that $35 down per mile, obviously the longer, let's just say this, you take 10 short runs, which it's going to be $35 a piece, versus 10 long runs. You're spreading that $35 out across a larger amount of miles, so it's less of a pullout fee per mile for a longer haul. So I would say, yes. So I would say definitely the longer runs would, in the long run, no pun intended there, you're going to be making more money, less pullout fees, because you're going on longer trips, which take up more time, which means you're not going to be able to do as many of those trips and such. So, longer trips would be better. Also, the direction, it's not just the pay versus the miles and those things. It's also what region of the country you're going to. Maybe you are being paid slightly less to go south, but are you able to find a discounted fuel station, a TA, a Petro, some little nobody town that has one gas station that has the cheapest diesel in America, and you happen to drive by it, and you're able to fill up 100 plus gallons all together, and you're able to bring back some serious fuel, make it home. You bought fuel at a lower price, and you spread those miles out for the pull-in fee. There's lots of those things that kind of go into it. So those are my thoughts. Weekend trucking. We're in the Dales, Oregon. Okay. Daydream, cheaper at the pump on the DEF, and I don't get old. Very good. For sure at the pump, you have to buy out of the bottle. The theory is buy the cheapest because they sell more of the cheap stuff. Didn't think about that idea. Very good. That's a good theory. That makes sense to me. Thank God I got a Class A CDL. If you drive for Verizon, they will help you get your CDL. Wow. According to the orientation videos anyway. Gotcha. We like the long miles, big pay, way of it, more road time, less hassle, finding dispatches every other day, but that's just how we roll. There you go. That's a great opinion. Hey, Weekend Trucking, can't wait to see your haul and tow videos. Yeah, man. Guys, go ahead and check out Weekend Trucking as well. Check out Transport Bandits. Everybody, just see if everybody in this chat has a YouTube channel where they are pumping out RV transport information, and they're trying to be a help like I am, helping people save money, make more money, not make dumb mistakes that we've already made. I've made a million of them. I've had to pay the price for them. And Transport Bandits, Weekend Trucking, Fair Winds and Following Seas, whoever we talked to a little earlier ago, Highway Bound, man, I can't remember everybody, but yeah, check everybody out and get their help from them. Um, let's see here. Oh my, I'm so far behind. Oh dear. Where are we at? Donnie, hey Transport Bandits, hope y'all are safe in the frozen tundra. I think I'm editing the first of 2 or 3 right now. Very cool. Weekend trucking. Awesome, awesome. It's actually pretty good. No snow and about 30 here. Wow. Can't wait. Good deal on making money and not understanding how those think there's no money. Yeah. We're doing editing now too. Our Iowa 80 truck stop video coming out tonight. Booyah! All right. You heard it, guys. Subscribe to the Bandits. Their video's coming out tonight. So be ready for that video drop. Highway, I'm still using my phone too. So I feel you. Yeah, I'm using a GoPro now to record. But I use my iPhone for forever to record. And I just always bring it back to the laptop. But yeah, learning how to edit, I'm terrible. I'll never be able to say, yeah, I'm really good at editing because it's super choppy. I try my best, but yeah, it's hilarious. Very National Lapoon vacation. I'm glad y'all do all that. I will keep watching. I'm no good at it. All that tech stuff, much better at driving. There you go, Donnie. Just keep it between the lines, man. Let's see. Ronnie, good evening, Daniel. I'm retiring end of February from a manufacturing industry and going to RV transport. Very cool. Watched your YouTube and got excited. Wow, very cool. That's awesome to hear. Like I just got done saying, there's lots of other folks here that have channels. Subscribe to them. They're saying stuff that I haven't said, or they're saying it better or a different, thing. It's just get all the help you can get before you really dive into it. So that's awesome to hear, though. Congratulations. Have you made a run out to the Pacific Northwest in the past 5 years? So how was your experience? Sean, the farthest I've gone, well, I've been everywhere besides Washington. Let's see. Where was that? Look here. I'm terrible. Man, it's been since I've been to Oregon. Man, I think I've been to Idaho before. Well, was that after? I can't remember. The answer is I have been very few and far between. As you can tell, I'm not too big of a fan of going that far away. These days, I used to. There we go. Well, if so, how was my experience? Going in the summertime, it's insane wind, just making it over there. And the snow, the constant blizzards and snow and everything just puts a bad taste in my mouth. I try to be very cautious out on the road, and it's as I said a lot earlier, I'm going to be as safe as possible out on the road. I'm going to pull off probably before most people pull off. I don't have a death wish. It's not worth it to me that much. I get paid by the mile. Yeah, I'll lose some time, lose some potential money, but it's just not worth it to me to pull through crazy storms and madness. I've been in the blizzards. I've been in whiteouts below zero by a lot. Man, it's no fun. Maybe folks who are from there, it's like, this is no big deal. This is every day. But for me, I'm from Indiana. We get some lake effect stuff where I'm at a little bit, but man, I'm used to flat ground, and I love it. I love Indiana. There's more than corn in Indiana. There's me in Indiana, and I love it. So, anyways, yeah. So Let's see here. What am I seeing? What am I doing? Let's see. Where did I drop off at? Sorry, I'm slow today. We just got $1.70 per mile for 22.22. Very, very nice. There you go. That's how it rolls. That's a great pay rate. Daydream about nice things. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. That's going to go back into the channel, and don't deserve it, but thank you so much for that. Congrats to you and your new bride. Thanks for helping all of us rookies. Man, I'm so happy to be a help. It still feels so strange having the channel and whatever. It's wild. I'm just things that seem like, oh, this is just duh information. Everyone knows this. Well, Daniel, you didn't know basically all of this when you first started. So yeah, people need help just like you did, and put it out there. Help somebody, dummy. Like, come on. So yeah, very happy to help, and thank you so much for that. Congratulations, appreciate that. Chris Ward, my woman doesn't charge me a pullout fee. Wow. All right. Transport Bandits. We are coming back from a run in Portland. It's awesome seeing the country. We're going to see if we can get a backhaul in the morning. Very good. Donnie, awesome. Chris James, I charge Jeff new chrome for the bike, please. There you go. Let's see here. I already had a pretty popular channel, but when I get starting to pull RVs, I will start putting out RV transport videos. Very cool, very cool. Justin, do you run paper or ELD? Yeah, I have the, pull it up for you, the Keep Trucking app. Probably didn't even see that, but oh dear. Yeah, Keep Trucking app. It's free. You can email your logs, your paper receipts to your company at any time. Super easy. So yeah, and also in case you can't count and you don't know how to get to 11 or have any issues, it'll tell you, hey, you're about to be illegal. Pull off the road. Very helpful. But that's called Keep Trucking. Don Apple, can you team drive and do running each other 8 hours and stop sleep and go again? Never had to have to reset. Don, if you have a sleeper, an actual legit DOT sleeper sized back seat, I believe you could. Transport Bandits, I believe, or wait, that's their other truck. They would know about that to be able to give you an answer. Yeah. But never have to have a reset. I don't know if that's. I'm curious myself now. I definitely don't drive teams, so I wish I could help. Thanks for everyone. My question and helping me get started. I really appreciate it. Awesome. Here's where I'm dying. It's cold and raining out here, and we're freezing out here. It's 50 degrees. Oh, oh, brother. Oh my. Gotta run. Talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Awesome. Have a great night, Daydream, and we'll catch you next time. All righty. And highway bound at 62 in Florida. Wow. Actually, my wife and I are planning on going to Florida, so we're hoping to go to Key West and get over there. So yeah. Oh man, I forgot to say it at the beginning. Hopefully everybody's still here. If you just wait 1 second, if you're about to leave, maybe this will, you'd be interested in this or not. So tomorrow, I will be going up to Goshen. I've got my Missouri load that I'm going to be picking up. I've got a few things I've got to take care of, and also just if I go up and then I bring it home and then I leave tomorrow, that means only one night in my truck rather than two, which means fuel being burned. So I've decided I'm going to go up tomorrow, grab my load, and if anybody is in the area, if you're going to be in Goshen tomorrow in the afternoon time, I haven't really decided when I'm going to go home. But if you are wanting to meet up, excuse me, I'm planning on getting to Goshen around lunchtime, maybe a little earlier. Just depends. And I will be grabbing my load, and I might just go to the Walmart parking lot or someplace. I don't know. If there's anybody at all who wants to get together, talk in person, whatever. I've had just a boatload of people over the last year or so say, hey, I'd love to get together, love to meet and chat, whatever. I'm just thinking about, for the first time, just making myself available and just sit in the parking lot with Ryder. And that's Bella over there in a ball. But with Ryder, and we'll just kind of hang out in the parking lot and just hang out. So, yeah, don't know if anybody's even interested in that. But yeah, so if you wouldn't mind, I'll before you click out of this, a little later tonight, I'm going to make a sorry, I got something on my eye here. I'm going to make a poll on YouTube, the community tab or whatever, and I'm going to make a poll just asking who wants to get together tomorrow between 12 and 2 or something, or yes, no, I don't care about you, get out of my life, I don't know. I always like making those polls with the very bottom one, like I hate you, get who cares, Daniel, that funny stuff. So anyways, I don't know. Let me know if you are interested in getting together tomorrow. If there's a better time, I'm willing to wait. I'm not planning on leaving my house till tomorrow in the morning, so I don't have all day, but I have all day, and there's other things I could do. So if I can plan around it, I'd love to meet you guys and just say hi to people. I'm talking to a camera all the time, so I love to actually meet real people. So let me catch up on here. I'm way behind again. Oh dear. Clay City, Indiana. We're team drivers, but we're not using our sleeper truck. That's right. Okay, that's in the other one. That's down. It was just a little training here. I think you can run 8 hours, 45 minutes a day, and not have to reset. He talked about this a little in his live earlier. Okay, guys, check out Fair Winds and Following Seas live that he had earlier. Transport Bandits as team, we can switch off and relieve each other driving for a total of 13 and a half hours of the 14. Gotcha. As each of us get 11-hour total for a mandatory 30-minute. Yeah, gotcha. Donnie, I will be there. Would love to meet you. You're a cool dude and have given me great input. Awesome. Yeah. So one person's going to be there. Highway bound. That sucks. Won't be able to be back in Goshen until next week sometime. Gotcha. Yeah, in the future, I'm definitely willing to meet up again. This is just kind of a spur of the moment thing that I'm going to be up there for a short time, and maybe I'll just sit there. If no one shows up, if it's just Donnie and I, and he's got to bail at some point, I'll just sit there and edit my videos and stuff and sit in the truck. Yeah. That extends our driving time over a single driver. Gotcha. Heck yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Sean, very cool, very cool. Wish I was able to meet up maybe next time. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Lunchtime is good. Okay, Sean. Sounds good, but I won't be in Goshen till Wednesday, though. Okay, gotcha, Chris. I will try to get my hair whacked earlier. Okay. I'll love that. Okay, very cool. That was one thing I wanted to make sure I said. before I get off here. Chris Ward, how long have you been in the RV transportation? February 1st will be 5 years. 5 years. It's crazy, but it feels like a lot longer. I don't know. I'm doing my 10-hour there. Okay, very cool. Yeah, and if I'm there earlier, maybe I'll just put something out on my Instagram or maybe the community tab and just say, hey, I'm here. I'm whatever. I'm here for the next several hours, something. If I get there earlier, and let you know where. Gotcha. I'm assuming probably just the Goshen Walmart on the corner. It's off to the corner, away from other people. I don't want to. If more than a few people show up, even with a trailer or something, I don't want to create a traffic jam and whatever. 2 people could almost create a traffic jam with our trucks and trailers. So, yeah. Gotcha. Always wondered about it. I do hot shot. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're doing the full driving action on that, man. Gotcha. Is it the one on 33? I don't even know that main road. Let me look that up. I'm just so used to calling it the Walmart in Goshen. Yes, 33. Wow, I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah, definitely on 33 there. So yeah, just having a felony 7 years past knock a person out of the game for doing this. David, it's 7 years past. I'm not sure on that. I would assume there's a certain. I guess it depends on what the felony would be. I wish I had more of an answer for you. I would just call around and just ask, hey, here's what I did. It was this many years ago. Is there any chance you would be willing to work with me? And just kind of go from there. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's a clear cut answer on that. True hot shot. No parcels. Gotcha. Yeah. So it's around the corner by Synergy's main lot. Yeah, that's where it is. Can get you an actual address maybe here if I will cooperate. Here we go. Let me just type it in the chat here. 2304. Oh dear. Can I spell? Oops. Oh dear. 46526. Boom. Make sure I did that right. Okay. Have to be over 10 years. Okay, gotcha, Donnie. Gotcha. Yeah. Is the weight distribution hitch mandatory or just recommended for a 3500 dually? Justin, great question. It's also a painful question with a future video that is coming to you that has not been edited yet. Yes, it is mandatory for a dual axle trailer. So if it's a single axle, my understanding is that they're not required, but if you have 2 axles or more on the trailer, then yes, it is. I'm assuming some companies just say, yes, it is absolutely mandatory across the board. I don't even remember how long ago it was, but a certain amount of time ago, Synergy came out and said, we are saying you are now required to have weight distribution bars, sway bars, whatever you want to call them, mandatory. You're going to have them or you're not pulling a travel trailer. And so, yeah, I think more and more companies are doing that for liability for overall accidents for claims on their insurance. And that's just one more exciting thing at the time. There was a huge amount of outrage. People were upset that at Synergy at least, I heard, I'm not doing it. I'm only taking fifth wheels. Well, good luck finding, if you're not a CDL driver, good luck finding a CDL going where you want to go or anywhere near there. That's a non-CDL fifth wheel every single week to keep you loaded constantly. Good luck with that. So yeah. Justin, what brand do you recommend? Man, the one that Synergy told us, hey, you can buy them from us, and we'll slowly take money out of your account every load you take, so that you don't have to put $300. The price was $300 that I paid for mine. They said we can rent it out to you, or you can just go down to Dually Depot. They coordinated with Dually Depot and said we have all of our drivers who now need distribution bars, so please get a whole bunch of them in. And so I went to Dually Depot. They installed, put everything together for me. I have no idea what brand it was, what it's even rated at. I'm a terrible person. So I wish I had information on that. I need to find out and know what's really going on with that. But I don't even know what brand it is. But it's seen better days, and it looks pretty rough. So maybe I'll be buying one in the future. I don't know. We'll find out. But I wish I could give you a recommendation. Magno, what time tonight when I put out that poll? I'll put a time on there. It'll probably be I'll just say for right now, I'll probably be willing to be there from like 12 to 2:30 in that range, just right after lunch, or maybe I'll just show up with my own lunch and we can all eat lunch together or something. I don't know, something like that. So, but yeah, I will. If you go to my page, go to the community tab. Tonight I will put out a poll, and I'll put some information there. And then tomorrow morning I'll for sure update you and say, hey, I'll be there at this time, and kind of go from there. Seeing load stabilizers on Facebook Market for $100 to $150 regular. New on eBay. Yeah, absolutely. Just depends on what they're rated to hold, to pull. I just assumed that whatever Synergy would send me to get at Dually Depot was going to be more than enough than I would ever need. There would be something they would be okay with, so I didn't even think about it at the time. Probably not the smartest thing to do. But yeah, I'm sure you could get it for pretty cheap. 1K, 10K rating minimum, I see on the requirements page. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Synergy's page there. Okay. Switching ball sizes on a weight distribution hitch must suck. Yeah, so pretty much all the travel trailers we pull are only 2 5/16 ball size, so I've never had to change it out before. I do have a little utility trailer that I have a different hitch for that I use my 2-inch ball for that, but yeah. What is the average price per mile? Price per mile. So we only get paid loaded miles, so we deadhead back. So that's probably a concern for most people. I work it into my bottom line every ship that I do. We recently had a 40-cent incentive plus even other money thrown at us because of the industry right now and how desperate they are going into this new season for us. Right now, you can probably get a broken up multi-hull load that had a much smaller trailer, like a 20-foot trailer. that'll probably pay like $1.27, all the way up to close to $2. Depending on if it's an old or a hot load, if it's a CDL rated, GVWR for the trailer, a much larger load, and just how desperate they are. That's a pretty wide range, obviously. That's pretty ridiculous, but generally, right now it's like 160s and 180s. And then there's some ones that are lower. If you're going south, we get paid less per mile going south, at least at my company. Other companies do it differently. But going south, it's like $1.47 right now. And those are just loaded miles. So on the return trip, we do get some pretty big fuel discounts. But you're deadheading home most of the time. Some companies do have larger, backhaul divisions, whatever. But that's kind of where it's at. See you tomorrow at Walmart. Everyone have a good night. Be safe. Awesome, Sean. Very cool. Excuse me, man. I'm burping it up here. Man. Donnie, is the clamp style hitch when you have to tighten over the tongue with bolts? I have one that has a tighten the tongue, a nut to as a clamp style hitch. I'm just trying to. You have to tighten over the hood. I'm trying to connect the dots. Sorry, Donnie. I must be an idiot. I'm trying to tighten over the tongue with bolts. Are you talking about the distribution bars that the whatever clamps go over the A-frame of the front of the trailer to be able to get your chains on? Is that what you're talking about, Donnie? I'm not smart enough for figuring this out here. Oh yes, okay. Yeah, so the ones I have a larger bolt that you just. I don't actually crank it and really get them really tight. What I do is I get it hand tight, and then I put the chain on, and then just put the bar up, and then I put my rod through. So that's what I use. A larger bolt, longer bolt, whatever, to do that. How many miles do you average in a month loaded empty? Ray, the last several months have been a lot less than usual. I got married, Christmas, the house, everything that's going on in my life. I'm trying to come off of the road more these days. Wanting to be home more with my wife and everything going on. So on any given week, I'll probably go 1,000 miles loaded, 1,000 miles empty. I used to go 12 or 1,300 all the way up to 1,800 loaded, and then obviously double that for being empty. That paid more than my bills. That paid plenty. Now I wasn't home, and I didn't get to see people. Which is a problem for me because I want to be here. But yeah. Sean, good night. Yes, U-Haul uses that style of hitch. Okay, gotcha, Chris. They use those as well. Does a weight distribution hitch affect the sway of the trailer? My 300 also has factory airbags. Justin, yes, they do. They absolutely do. Now, what you can do is if you minimize the amount of how stiff it is back and forth, because it keeps it level, and what that really does is it shifts it back and forth. So what I see, I have a dually as well, my 3500 Ram 2012 dually. I got the sway bars on it. The dually does help with the wind aerodynamics, really keeps things more really focused, more in line. What I do is I keep my chains on the very last chain or the second to last chain. Depending on the different make and model of the trailer, how off of the ground it already is. Sometimes it's all I can. I've got to. That's a video I need to make. Actually, I need to write that down. But yeah, second or the very last chain is what I put it on. I don't like the feeling of when I make a little turn. If I turn my truck just a hair, just to correct, to stay in between the lines, the trailer behind me, like, just really wobbles. It can be the tighter that the lower the chain that you connect to it, which means the tighter the whole system will be, the more sensitive it will be. And I don't like that feeling at all. I liked it not having a distribution hitch, and it was just on the ball, and you got your rod through the opening mechanism, whatever you call it, coupler, and you go from there. But yeah, so I keep it on the top or the second to top. Try to keep it as loose as possible. Synergy requires it. It's on there, but it's not going to be super tight. I don't like how it goes sometimes with that. So yeah. Donnie, have a good night, brother. See you tomorrow. Yes, very cool. See you tomorrow, Donnie. Do you have to pay your own fuel, or does the company pay for it? So that's built into that $1.20 to $2 essentially. So we do have a fuel card, Comdata. Some of the companies use EFS. But yeah, we generally it's a lower, without this incentive, it would be between a smaller range of per mile rates. But with this incentive that we have, 40 cents incentive, plus how desperate they are in general, even more than usual, because of the industry, how backed up and how far behind we are. I made a video not too long ago. I got paid $2 a mile to go 675 miles after fuel and everything. It was a 2-day trip. I think I made like 600 something bucks. I can't even remember now. It was plenty. But yeah, 2 days, 600 bucks. We'll work with that. Let's see. Good night. Night, Tim. Donnie, do you have airbags? Chris James, I do have airbags in the rear. When I am empty, I put them at 20 PSI. When I am loaded, I'll put them at 50 PSI. If it's a much heavier trailer, which it can't be too heavy because I'm non-CDL, I will bump it up to 60 or 70, depending on how I feel, what it looks like, if it looks like it's sagging a whole lot. But that's what I do for my airbags. Depending on getting a set for the goat here in a few weeks. Gotcha. Chris, they really are worth it. For real. When I got my truck at 79,000, I'm at 580. I'm at 588 now. So I've officially put over 500,000. Wow. It was sagging severely on my dually. It was a 4-year-old truck, and it was sagging like crazy. Like, we're talking like a little donut trailer would make my back sag real bad. And so I put those airbags on as soon as possible, because aerodynamics, my front end was just in the air, and the wind was just, it was like a sail. I was just going like this on my front of my truck. It was terrible. Airbags is the way to go to level that puppy out. That's my opinion. What's the best tire you'd use for all season applications? Justin, great question. I've always done, well, not always, but Michelin's. You get what you pay for, generally. Michelin's, the MS2s or whatever they are, the highway, whatever. I bought those for years, for the first several years. Never had a complaint. That's the highway tire. lasted forever. I would get close to 100,000 or maybe a little bit more. I've got a buddy who's got a single rear wheel 2500 long bed, I think, on 20-inch rims. He gets over 100,000 miles on his Michelin's. He keeps them at 80 psi and rotates them every 2 weeks. Doesn't have an issue. Never had a flat. Never had a problem. He's not lying either. Like, he really gets over 100,000. So yeah, Michelin's. The tire I did a video review on is the Otani RK1000s, I think, or whatever. I can't remember now the extra stuff with it, but they are the exact same regulation. What is it called? What's the word? I don't even know. Exact same details as the Michelin's. Everything, all the specs, all the weight ratings. They're 10 ply tires. They're highway tires. I buy them from a bestusedtires.com. They're $120 now. They're slowly increasing their price, but for $120, I get a tire that can go about 70 or 80,000 miles. I've still got a lot of life left on my tires currently right now, those Otani tires. So that's what my projection is, probably 70 or 80. So for a tire that's potentially $100 cheaper for 4 tires, I mean, I have a dually, so I need to get 6, but for 4 tires, I'll pay $450, $470. They also have coupons, online coupons. Free shipping takes, I don't know, 3 to 5 days to get to your house. That's where I'm at. I'm going to be using the Otanis. Same exact specs as the Michelin's. They're highway tires. They're lasting, not as good as the Michelin's, but they are like a third of the price. That matters to me. Almost, 70% value from a tire that's costing me a third of the price. I can work with those numbers. That's fine for me. Chris, have you thought about getting into Hot Shot? Yes, I have. That was before getting married. I recently just got married on the 20th of December. Thought about getting my CDLA. I'm doing other things right now. I just started a dumpster rental business. I'm doing other things online I'm trying to build as well. So I've thought about it. I just don't want to be with the greater reward that you're definitely making more money than we are doing Hot Shot. But there's more risk, and there's more probably headaches, as I'm assuming you know very well. And I just doing RV transport for me is just, it's so easy. They take care of all the paperwork, all the log stuff. It's just super non-contact. I mean, it's just I call my dispatcher, I send in all my paperwork through the phone, and occasionally, once in a while, I'll go through a DOT inspection, send in that paperwork, and there's just really no stopping, and I get to pick and choose. So I'm assuming there's a little bit less freedom with doing Hot Shot. You got to take the loads you are offered, and so anyways, not for now at least. Right? Do you get paid fuel surcharge? Yes, but that's built into the price of the overall price that we already get paid. So yes and no, I guess. It's already a part of the payment. Tim, would you run a spoiler on the roof for MPG? A spoiler. I'm assuming it's like the for aerodynamics thing. I would be willing to. For me, I'm not going to be on the road as much. I'm still going to be on the road. I'll probably always be doing this job, even if it's just one a month, way down the road. If my dumpster rental business builds up where I live, that'd be great. So I can be home even more. But I'll probably still always keep this just to be able to go on vacation if like what just happened to us a week ago. If our dryer stops working, if our washer stops working like it did last Saturday or whatever, okay, we need $600. Let me go take a load. It'll be more, at the drop of a hat. Boom. Give me this load. Boom. Gone. Done. Be back in 2 days. Here's the money. $600. I really enjoy that. So, yeah. So yes, and maybe no to that for the roof for MPG, but I don't know how much sense it would make to do it now that I'm kind of coming off the road a little bit more than I used to be. So, Chris, nice. I also have a side hustle. Yeah, man. In this industry with transportation, there's always a constant in transportation. Is that things are inconsistent, and you never know when things are going to be shut down. When there's going to be the whole industry just shuts down apparently with things going on. That really kind of opened my eyes this last December, through a lot of different things this last year. And so I've started the dumpster rental business. I've got some other YouTube channels I'm trying to build and do things, trying to provide value to people and get money through those other things. So, side hustles, you got to have them. I feel like only having one way of income is kind of a dangerous thing. And I know that used to be you only have one job and you keep that job for 45 years and then you retire and then you're done. You live off your pension, but these days are different, and I want to have as many income streams as possible. And so this is still my primary income stream. RV transport probably will be for some time, unless the Lord blesses with the dumpster business. But we shall see. So yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm going to pack it up here. It is 10 o'clock. Hopefully my wife still remembers that I'm married to her, and I'll be able to say hi to her before she goes to bed. She's got to wake up at the crack of dawn. It's an hour, 47 minutes. So we will shut it down here, and I will catch you guys later. And for those who are able to make it to the Goshen area, that Walmart there, I will be there and give you some updates tonight and tomorrow for that. So with all that being said, hopefully you have a great day tonight, or great night tonight, whatever it is. And we'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.